Hey, Blazers and Heels, contractors, extravaganza attendees. Hey, Aaron, thank you so much for having me. My name is Juanita Coley. I am the CEO and founder of Solid Rock Consulting. And here we help call centers to start, grow, and optimize their business by implementing technology, optimizing the technology that they currently have in place, and building better workforce management teams. So, in a nutshell, we go into contact centers and we forecast the volume that they're going to receive to ensure that they are staffed appropriately so that they can ensure better customer service. So you've ever called a call center or you've called a business rather, you called your bank, you called IRS, or you called anywhere and you had to hold for a very, very, very long time. Well, that's because that they didn't accurately predict the volume that was going to come in. And so they weren't staffed appropriately to ensure that someone was there to answer your call at an acceptable answer time. And so, or they were just severely understaffed. They did appropriately forecast, they were just severely understaffed. And so, what we do is we go into contact centers and we help them understand the discipline of workforce management. That discipline is called workforce management. Many people confuse us with HR, but we're not. We ensure that the contact center is forecasted appropriately and staffed appropriately. And then all of the pieces that go along with that, the technology, the people, the process, all of that gist, right? And so that's what we do. Currently, our demographic or our audience makeup looks like tech companies. So we go into tech companies and we train their customers on how to use the software that they just bought. And we go into we sell to direct to the customer our services directly to the customer, where we will go into a business, say a law firm, that they practice law, they don't know anything about operations. And so we go into their business and we will build out a call center for them, design a call center from the technology they need to hiring the staffing that they need, all of that good stuff. And so one of our goals for 2021, quarter three and quarter four, is to really push into the government market. There's a big, big, big push for government and businesses to move from premise to cloud technology, which, if you were to think about premise and cloud, think about if you were to go into a Staples and buy the QuickBooks, or you would buy Word and you would get that little CD-ROM, you would stick it in your computer, and you would now have that software on your computer. Well, guess what? You can't access that from anywhere else but that computer. Well, that is what we call premise. So it is a software that is premise, it is native to that device. Okay. Cloud software means that you can log into it. Think about logging into QuickBooks Online. If many of you do your own accounting or you have QuickBooks, you can log into QuickBooks Online, and whether you're on this computer or whether you're on another computer, you can access that software. Same thing with Word, right? If you log into office365.com and you have an online subscription, you can access your Word documents from anywhere. Well, that's the big, big difference between premise and cloud. There are some other differences, and the techie tech heads can tell you about that, but that's the big difference, and that's how I like to explain it. Well, there's a huge push to move software from in companies from premise to on cloud, and because we help in that contact center space, um, government just makes so much sense for us to move into that market, because there's such a big push for companies to move. As the pandemic has shown us, being on site a lot of times is not optimal, and so companies are having this big initiative to make sure that they can still be operational while in a surging pandemic, and moving into a cloud environment allows them to do that, and allows them to do that effectively and efficiently. And so that's kind of what we specialize in here at Solid Rock Consulting. And so it really makes sense for us to move into the government market. Aaron has been helping us and been very instrumental with making sure we understand what the government is buying, what our NAICS codes are, and all of that good stuff, so that we can be positioned really, really well as we move into the government sector. And so that has been our journey so far. we're working on right now identifying contracts and sub and prime opportunities that we'll be able to go in on and be able to do some bidding and secure contracts. So hopefully you'll be hearing back from me soon on contracts that we won. But right now we're in the beginning phases, and I'm super excited to be working with Aaron and team. And I'm super excited about the journey that I've been afforded thus far. It's been great hopping in and talking with you guys briefly. Sorry I couldn't be there in person today, but if you need to ever contact me or reach out, my name is again Juanita Coley. I can be reached at solidrockco.net down there somewhere on the screen. Reach out. You guys have a great and fabulous rest of your weekend. Bye.